areas. Fran, you're all over this topic. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, Dan, look, the biggest reform to WA elections is in the process. It will change how upper house politicians are voted in. Premier Mark McGowan will reform the upper house despite declaring pre-election it wasn't on their agenda. The upper house is a check and balance to ensure policy is fit for the entire state. A single vote in the region is worth more, so smaller populations have a voice.
The upper house is broken. The system is broken. Where you have a system where some people's votes are worth 6 times other people's votes, it's not fair and it can't be allowed to stand.
But now one vote will be equal no matter where you live. Opposition leader Mia Davies says the reform will hurt those in the regions.
The release of today's report is an attack by this Labor government on regional Western Australia. What it will do is rip regional representation from this state parliament. It is an appalling thing to be focused on as a government in the midst of a global pandemic.
The reform will become law before WA votes again. Guys, what are your thoughts on this one?
Look, I've heard from Mia Davies in person. I think she's fantastic and she's absolutely right about this one. The regional areas will have their votes cut immensely and they've got some of the biggest problems.
Well, in the lower house, it's already one vote, one value, so you need the upper house as a balanced system. So it's not fair for the regions.
Yeah, definitely. We're keen to see how that one pans out. The COVID pandemic continues to devastate the nation with community case numbers increasing daily. New South Wales has recorded 1,351 new COVID cases and 12 more deaths. There have been 514 new cases in Victoria, with 148 linked to known outbreaks. In Queensland, just one case linked to the Sunnybank cluster. And over in New Zealand, 13 new cases have been detected. Under a major deal with the UK and the US, Australia will become the first country in the world to have a nuclear navy, despite a lack of nuclear energy power. The landmark agreement will allow Australia access to America and England's top secret nuclear submarine technology. The new partnership, AUKUS, aims to combat China's influence in the Indo-Pacific. Prime Minister Scott Morrison says we will see action in the next 2 years.
Over the next 18 months, we will work together to seek to determine the best way forward to achieve this. This will include an intense examination of what we need to do to exercise our nuclear stewardship responsibilities here in Australia.
The submarines will be built in Adelaide. The alleged rapist of former Liberal staffer Brittany Higgins will face court in Canberra for the first time today. The 26-year-old man has indicated he will plead not guilty on the charge of sexual intercourse without consent at Parliament House in March 2019. Ms Higgins went public in February with allegations she was raped by a colleague in the office of Cabinet Minister Linda Reynolds. And cultural icon RuPaul has become the first drag queen to have a fly named after him. RuPaul's iconic quotes and sparkly outfits gave CSIRO researchers the inspiration due to the fly's unique iridescent colours. And that's all in news.
Awesome. Thanks, Fran.
Thanks, guys.